Welcome to Kendra's Artistic Crochet Designs, and welcome to another month of tutorials, Monday tutorials, since today is Tutorial Monday. This month we are going to be working on a Tunisian crochet basket weave spring blouse. This is the exact same spring blouse as I made myself for Easter this year. I had a girlfriend that wanted me to do this because she could not find the pattern. And I said, well, of course you couldn't. It's mine. So I told her I would do the tutorial. So this is my basket weave and the way I do it. We are going to start with a front panel, and how I had measured my belly. It's 51 inches and my bust size is 49 inches. So usually you go with the bigger part, okay? So you can figure out how many inches to make this. So I am going to do 26 inches across, because that is about, it was 25 and a half. What's a half an inch? So I'm going to just go with 26 inches just to make it even. And I'm going to make it 28 inches long. Because I'm going to put on a border on the bottom too. So I like my sweaters a little bit longer. But you can make it as long or short as you would like it. I was doing some, I was making this strip right here. So I was making this strip, and I was realizing, I was trying to figure out how I was going to get to 26 inches. And I was realizing as I was making it that it was shrinking. So, you know, it is just what the Tunisian crochet is, I guess. I started out with a chain of 101, okay? And that was 33 inches, all right? Then I did the first row, and after the first row, it ended up being 31 inches. And the second row, 28 inches. The third row, 27 inches. And it stayed 27 inches past the fifth row. The sixth row, it went to 26. But it stayed 26 inches after that. So I suggest that you kind of make up a swatch and see how many inches your sweater is going to be, because everybody has different tensions, and so the gauge is different for everybody. Okay, so mine ended up being that. So I just went ahead and I'm also using the J hook on the Tunisian hooks. Here we go. That's the J hook. And we're using the Premier Bloom yarn, which is a light 3. And this one's called Sweet Pea. I love purples, pinks and purples. So this is right up my alley. And this one I'm making for Mother's Day. So I will have a new sweater for Mother's Day as well. So let me make sure here. All right. I don't want these chains to be too tight. So I take, you don't want your chains to be too tight. All right. So what I did is I chained 101 because we have to go with a count of 5. So however you want to do your chain, you will do every 5. So you count 5, count 5, count 5 until you get how long your chain wants. How long you want your chain to be. Okay? And I went from 33 inches to 26-inch garment. So that's quite a significant jump, you know. Also, I did 101 because we need, when you do Tunisian crochet, you need a bar on each side. So we need a bar on each side. So all your stitches are inside the 2 bars, okay? And this loop right here is counted as 2. So I actually have 102 stitches on there, not 101. I chained 101. This is 102. So your chain count would be 5, 5, 5, and then at the end you would do 1 more, and then this on Tunisian crochet is counted as a stitch. So that is your 102. And I always go in the back loops of the chains, and you go starting at the very first chain, you're going to pick up the loop, okay? And do the same thing. I'm going to pick up a loop. You see this back loop right here? I'm just picking up a loop and then we're just leaving it on the hook. So we're going to go through and pick up these loops. And by the time that we have these loops picked up, you should have 102 loops on here. All right, so I'm just going to go and pick them up. And also when you pull from this, if you're using this yarn and you pull from this yarn, you want to make sure that you are starting out with the lightest color. Okay? Because then it goes from, I'll show you here. It goes from the light color into the darks, you know, and it just gradually goes in dark, and then it comes back into a light, and then it'll go into the blooming part, and then it starts over with light and darks. And so I would, you know, make sure you start on an end that you are starting at the very beginning of your lightest color. And if it's not, then I would pull off the yarn and cut it to that point. To get this to look like it's supposed to look. There goes my bird clock. I don't really have a bird in here, guys. I love that clock because it does a different bird sound for every hour. So it's pretty cool. It even does the owl. All right. I just want to make sure you can see what I'm doing here. I wonder if I put you down there a little bit closer. See if you could see. There we go. All right, so I am picking up. Can you see or no? Where am I at? We'll get you there in a minute. Oh, it's down here. Okay. That's like a mirror and it's a little bit backwards. Okay, here we go. All right, here we go. Well, You can tell it's already starting to change colors. It changes so gradually that you don't realize it. All right. So it's probably a good idea for you to count those stitches and make sure there's 102 stitches on there. I am going to, all of this looks like a worm on here, but it's okay. I'm just going to wing it and hope that there's 102 stitches on there. So the first stitch, we're going to work these off, okay? So the first one is you're going to go through one, okay? And then you're going to go through two all the way down. Just like we've been doing, you know, because we've done some Tunisian crochet last month. You got to do, we done some. That was called the Tunisian simple stitch, and usually you do a Tunisian simple stitch when you do pictures. And we did graph work last week when we made our shamrocks and our 4-leaf clovers. This is a little bit different though. We're just going to do, you're going to be doing some knit stitches and purl stitches in this. So I will try to take it as slowly as I can to show you how to do that. But I'm just going to pull these off and go back so that we can start. You start every Tunisian project like this, when you're just picking up loops and then you're coming back. This is the base of every Tunisian project, Tunisian crochet project. So this is what you call the base. Get some more yarn. All right. This is a Susan Bates J hook, and I love Susan Bates because Susan Bates has a deep throat. It has a nice pointy end, and I love the deep throat of that. It kind of helps hold my yarn in the hook. I just love this hook. So much, it's so easy to crochet with. All right. Now we're back to the beginning, and we have our Jane, and even from this very first one we went from 33 to 31 inches, so we lost 2 inches just by doing that. So okay, so now we are going to this here is a bar. This stitch is your bar stitch at the very beginning, okay? So you're going to the next stitch, the second stitch, and you're going to go, if you could see this. See if I could show you this. All right, we're going to take your hook and you're going to go in between, right straight through the fabric, in between. This is like a loop. You'll see a loop. Go in between there and go straight through the fabric to the back, and you're going to grab that and bring it through. This is called a knit stitch, and you're going to do 5 of those. So in the next 4 stitches, you go through that loop, go through the 2 legs, and then come out. So we've got 3, 4, 5. Now, I know you got 6 stitches on your loop. This is a bar, okay? We are just going to call this a bar on the side. It does not count. I mean, it counts, but it's just a bar, okay? I'm going to call that a bar. So inside the 2 bars, because there's a bar on each end of this thing, inside is where we're going to be doing our stitch work. So we should have 5 on our hook. I mean, you'll have 6 on your hook, but you got a bar and you got 5 knit stitches. Now we're going to do 5 purls. And here's how I do mine. I pull this yarn to the front, and then I hold it within this here. Then you're going to pull this bar up, and I hang on to this. And it creates a knot. That is a purl. So bring the yarn to the front, come up over the post. I hold this yarn down until I go through that to create, and it kind of creates a little knot. I hope I'm going slow enough for you. So we're pulling that to the front. There's 4 of them. Now we have 5. Okay? So we have 5 knit stitches and 5 purls. Now we are going to do 5 more knits. And that's going in between the legs and going to the back of the fabric and pulling the yarn through. Okay. And you're going to alternate 5 knits, 5 purls, 5 knits, 5 purls, 5 knits, 5 purls, all the way down. So now that I showed you how to do those stitches, I'm going to go a little bit quicker so I can get through this for you. So we want to make sure you count these and make sure that you've got 5, 5, and 5. So, and you can tell what the knits are and what the purls are. The purls, you have little bumps. And the knits, you won't have any bumps on there. Okay? After a while, you're going to see those knit stitches really come up. And I love this because it is like knitting. And I can knit with 1 needle. This is what I love about it. And I could still get those knit stitches just like in knitting. And get the dense fabric. And all right, so now I'm going to do 5 knits in the next 5 stitches. Do a knit in the next 5 stitches. 1 knit. And each stitch, I'll make sure we do that, say that right. All right, and now we're going to do 5 purls. Okay. Whoops. Don't split your yarn like I just did. All right, so now I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 purls, and now I want 5 knits. So I'm going to knit the next 5. And now we got 5, yeah. Now we're going to purl the next 5. All right, and then we're going to knit the next 5. All right, now, so I am just alternating and doing 5 knits, 5 purls, 5 knits, 5 purls, all the way down. And then here's purl. All right, oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, we don't want 6 purls. We need 5. It's really easy if you, make sure you're counting those. Make sure you're only doing 5. So now we're doing 5 knits. 4, 5. And now 5 pearls. All right. And you can see we got all of our, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I'm going to do another pearl. So that'll be 5. And now we need 5 knits. And now I need 5 pearls. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now I need 5 knits. We're almost at the end here. And there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there, and we're ending this with 5 pearls. All right, and